Hey guys, what's up? Something quite different from what I normally do. I'm actually doing an Infinity unboxing. Well, not really an unboxing, it's more of a progress update, of which there is no progress, so it's an update. Yeah. So I never really planned on getting into Infinity. I haven't actually done anything with Infinity yet. I've really just got a bunch of models that I found cool and and I would want to just have as a model to paint and kind of have, or something to fill in for like my Tau or my Guard or my Space Marines. So the first thing that I saw was this here. Basically, it's the cutter tag. It's a tag, I believe. I'm not really familiar with it. From the Pan-O-Sha. It's one of the cutters. And basically what this reminds me of is an old anime called Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. Actually, a lot of the oceanic stuff, which is basically Australia and China and a whole bunch of Asian countries, which is actually ironic because it's the faction I find most appealing to look at, because they remind me of Tau as well. So it's like Bubblegum, Crisis, Tau, anime, mecha, a whole bunch of stuff mixed together. So there's this one from Pan-O-Sha. I'll just go through the different stuff I have for each race. That way you guys can get a sense of what stuff I have. I also have this here. It doesn't autofocus, you have to give it a sec to do it. Basically it's the Auto Sergeants or something from Pan-O-Sha. Looks really cool. I really like these models. They look very interesting. There's a couple that look a little bit gay, but meh. And then I have this one here, which is the Aquila Guard, which is kind of ironic, because I obviously play Space Marines in Warhammer. So that's my Pan-O-Sha stuff. Pan-Oceania, sorry. And then I have some Yu Jing stuff. The Yu Jing stuff is like all... Actually, I have more of that than I have Pan-O-Sha, so I'll go into that afterwards. So what I have then is the... I'm not going to pronounce to say that. Yeah, I have this one. I can't really pronounce the faction or what it is, but basically it sounds kind of Islamic. And I'm presuming that's where kind of most of these faction units come from, just by judging by the pronunciation and kind of the little emblem there. But yeah, a couple of these models could be used for stand-ins for Tau. This one here looks like it would go well with like Guard for like Commissar or a Kasrkin Sergeant or something. Yeah, so that's the only one I have from that. And then I have my next one, which is really cool. It's basically the Sagarat Temporis regular from the Combined Army. The only thing I really don't like about this model is the fact that they put a lot of detail into it, except for this weapon here. This weapon, when I do finally make this one, I'm going to cut off that, just where the hand is, whatever it is, and somehow either put a different weapon or maybe a pole or something down here, and just make it look a little bit cooler. Maybe trade out the head for something. It looks really fine as is. It kind of looks like a whole super soldier deal with like a railgun weapon. Just give it a different weapon perhaps for its close quarters, and it would look like a really cool model in my opinion. But yeah, so that's my one from the Combined Army. And now on to all of my Yu Jing stuff. All of this seems very Japanese orientated. The Pan-O-Sha seemed like China and all that, but these ones seem very Japanese, ninja-y, Assassin's Creed way. So I'm going to go into this Dikembatai. I'm going to try to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. But a lot of these basically just seem like Assassin's Creed mixed with samurai. So I'm just going to put these ones down here. And then I have another Kempentai. So basically all of these kind of look like they have their weapons kind of like at the ready. And then this one here is going to be one of the cooler ones, which I'm going to label Obi-Wan. If you guys get where I'm going with this, it's basically it looks like this is spelling. It looks like they're trying to make it Obi-Wan, obviously from Star Wars, but they've got. He looks like who is it? Cobra or Snake Eyes? From G.I. Joe. Yeah, this guy right here. I really like the look of this model. It looks very cool. Yeah. Definitely something I could probably use in a Tau army. And then, here's the next one. I don't know if any of you guys have played Killer Instinct before, but basically there was an old Super Nintendo game, which is also on the Nintendo 64, called Killer Instinct. And there was a guy in it called Fulgore. If you guys watch this video, definitely go out and check out some of the videos on YouTube and stuff of Killer Instinct. It was just basically a side-scrolling arcade fighting game. Probably the best one I've ever played. Nothing really kind of beats it in my opinion. But so this guy here looks like Fulgore to me. Just because he's got the tail whip head, the mask, and the very bulky kind of armor, which is the Dalfi. And then the last one was the female version of Obi-Wan. Boom. Yeah, this one kind of... I think I got this one because at the time I was watching Rosario Vampire, and just kind of the hair kind of strike me as that. So yeah, that was that one. So I'll get a group shot of those afterwards. But there's some other non-Infinity stuff which I have, which I just want to go over. The first one is done by Dark Messiah Models, I believe. Something I picked up from the Combat Company, which was Samael. Basically what this one was going to be kind of like my own little Primarch thing. Or maybe just something cooler. I'll just get the card out because the model is kind of a little bit bulky. But that there is what the model should look like once it's done. Which is really cool because it's part resin, part metal. You get a cool little base like this to go with it, which actually mounts the proper base, which is this one. Which, as you can see, goes there. So anyway, that one there is a Samael by Dark Messiah. Doesn't really fit in with Infinity, but I thought I'd unbox it anyway. So I'm gonna put that there. And then I've got one of my other cool ones, which I actually want to get the rest of the lot from, which was the Captain Ivanka Klagnova from Raging Heroes. This one here is really, really cool. I plan on using this in my guard army. It's basically like a female commissar. It actually looks really cool for the model. And adds a little bit of sex appeal to the army. There's actually 2 other models of this from Raging Heroes. You guys should definitely go check it out. Really cool models. You can get them from eBay, the Combat Company in Australia, or SparkyBits.com. Definitely worth a buy, in my opinion, because they're really cool. So now I'm going to do a bit of the group shot. So this is just the stuff I've unboxed now. And let's get this shit to autofocus. So there we go. So I've got all of my Eugene stuff. I got the Pan-O-Sha, the Cutter. By far, of all the Infinity stuff I have got so far, this one here is definitely my favourite, and I plan on having like 3 of those. Maybe you could put them as a Crisis team leader for Tau. But I just want to keep one of those because it reminds me of Crisis Bubblegum Tokyo, which was a really cool anime series, which I plan on probably going back and doing an anime review on. So hopefully you guys will be able to check out all of that and the rest of my updates for my Tau, Guard, Infinity, Games Workshop stuff, pretty much anything. So until then, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely go check out the Killer Instinct thing and the Raging Heroes models. Yeah, until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the rest of my stuff. Cheers, guys, and see you later.